Chris Watkin here on part 4 of a part 9 series with John Paul about how to transform your estate agency using his book, Plug. Other books, other better books are available.
Oh, really? Thanks, mate.
Look at your body language. You bastard.
Why Yoda?
You. Yeah, best not get on the wrong side of you. Right, okay, so basically what we're doing is we're going through the 9 chapters in a lot of detail so agents can basically don't have to buy your book.
Yes.
How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds great, Chris. Thanks very much.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. Okay, so part 4 is talking about training your staff in your estate agency. Talk to me.
Right, so training your staff are the most valuable asset in your business, bar none. Forget systems, forget KPIs, all that sort of stuff, which pains me to say it because I'm a systems geek.
Yes,
you have to have...
It's people and systems, isn't it?
Yeah, it's people and systems and people first.
Okay.
Because people can develop the systems, but systems on their own without good people are worthless. So you've got to put as much effort as you possibly can into training and developing your staff.
Okay, so what systems do actually work to train staff?
Well, there's a lot. It's all down to the structure. So you've got to be consistent.
Of course, there'll be bloody structure. It's the systems.
We can't not be structure in it. But anything to do with business, it's small, incremental, marginal gains, which again is a buzzword at the minute, but it's actually true. So I'm not a believer in having generic arrears training or generic sales training or generic XYZ training. You need to be able to find out exactly what that individual needs and tailor a bespoke training plan for them. And you can do that very simply. So in the book, we talk about the skills matrix. So that's taking that individual skills, not what is needed in order to carry out the job role that they've been recruited and hired for. So it doesn't vary from person to person. Okay. It varies from job role to job role. Effectively, it's the job description.
And where does these 7 steps come in that you talk about in the book?
So it's again to do with training and development. It's all about finding out what the needs are. It's finding out about how to deliver it, the type of material. Okay. Because again, different people learn different ways. So I'm a very visual person. I like YouTube videos. If you just say there's a manual, go and learn it, that's not going to work for me.
So how about so if you identify people's goals and how it motivates them, how do you create those training materials? Do you almost have to do written for the written and visual for the visual?
No, you've got various ways of materials for a procedure or for a type of job role, and it's just you can very easily quite see how the person's going to learn. So what for you might be very much a visual person, so we'll start sitting down, we can go through the visual aspects of it. Nothing beats sitting down and asking you to do the do. The more senses you bring into something, the more you retain that information.
I mean, in previous jobs, when I was doing training, it was a bit haphazard with the way it was scheduled. Is it important to schedule things in?
100%. As we all know, if it doesn't get scheduled, it doesn't get done.
And who should lead this training?
Depends on the size of your business. If you're big enough to recruit a training manager or training development side of business, then they can. For us, it's my MD trains the managers, and then the managers train the staff.
And how do you set expectations of the trainees?
As in?
Well, you basically got a trainer and they're giving them the training. It's all about how do you basically say, right, well, you're here, how do you set expectations?
So the skills matrix. So what the skills matrix is, it's the job description broken down. So what is expected of them in order to carry out their job, like a title. So, arrears chasing, health and safety, selling houses, negotiating deals, and then we grade it.
And how do you allow for the fact that, someone's there and they've got to get there? You've got to obviously track their progress, haven't you?
Absolutely. So that's where your monthly one-to-ones come in. So which is part of the management side of things. Okay. So the skills matrix is to find a baseline of where they are, where they need to get better at.
And is it important it's all written down?
It has to be written down, because if it's not, then it's just your word against them. But when you write it down and it's recorded in a, funnily enough, a structured, non-haphazard way.
So let me just have a look at this book now. That's quite a good matrix you've got there.
Yeah.
And basically, you're giving the answers away for free here, mate, if you don't mind me saying. Behaviours, key competencies, and it's either performing, developing, or exceeding. It's very good.
But the thing is, even in the book, there'll be a lot of agents that won't implement it.
What stops people implementing it?
Bit of overwhelm, but I think mostly born idleness.
Okay, that's quite a tough word to say, mate.
It is, but I'm not going to mince my words.
There you know. Well, That's the end of section 4. Should we move on to section 5, managing staff?
Let's do it.
Excellent. See you on the other side.